On, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his first NFL carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Carr. Man open left side is Brown. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, 55 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm coming. 6-6, pull it high. Safety screaming. Check. Hey, Sam off.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long. From midfield, here's Locke. This one complete to Theo Riddick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Here we go, set, 15, line it, 15 line. Let him know. Get it.
Clock now on first down. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Jacobs now, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
637.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
No.
Carr gives to Richard. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Justin Simmons on the tackle. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's the Raiders punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hey. 54 down.
Back at his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. On 2nd and 9, Locke. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 41 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Raiders take over first and 10. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
49-yard gain.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
To throw his Carr. It's caught on the right side. Williams. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You want it, eh? Raider 9.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Monday, down. Wide 85. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 93. 93. Raider 8. 51. Hey, wahoo! Back, back, back. $6.94.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Down, 180. 51. Man out. 29. 29. 51. Check the out. Check the out. Check the out. 51.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Ryan Grant there to make the grab. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Go.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check back. Check back. Say. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Switch. Score.
They'll run here with Lindsey. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now. 54.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Alert 3. 61. Matchbox lights. Bravo. 5-9. Squeeze, double. Yep. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Mike, check. 59. Speed grip.
Here's Locke. Finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Locke now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Ready?
Throwing on first down is Locke. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State.
Intercepted. The Warriors take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Down. Lady. Mike 51. I'm trying to collect. Express.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Brian Grant, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 18.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This one from 46 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut. Picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. West. Ship.
Throwing again. Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. Check 13. Check 13. Hey, 734.
Now a play fake. Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Come guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Charlie, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Block working out of the gun. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been the football comes out. Jacobs lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
McManus's point after is good, and that will get him one closer.
31, Broncos 17.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Carr. He's going to sling this deep down and got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Down. Blue 80. 51. Danny. Right Monday. Down. Out. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Mike Purcell with the tackle.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Now Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Will Parks. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just punt it. So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st down, Locke. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Locke to throw on 2nd down. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Hey, Orbit. Check. 59. Now.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First and 10 at the 40.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Powering his way forward. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain again. And that's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get in the weight room.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs and here a loss of yardage.
Down. 180. Check. Raider 2. Check nickel. 80 weapon. Hey, Raider 2. That's it.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
What now? 280. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Lock now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. The completion to Riddick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Hey, exit. Check, check. 55.
Lock now on 1st down. Going for it all. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, 27 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down, 180. 51.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
White down. 180. Scoot. Watch the run.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Raiders, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.